Assalamu alaikum, ni ne Abubakar Abdulhamid. Bidiyon mu da suka wuce mun yi kan differentiation da sauransu, mun yi product rule, quotient rule, and chain rule mun yi. Kuma mun yi proven ɗinsu, so za mu yi solving some examples. Bismillah. So abin da yake faruwa idan kana da function, for example, let us say a function f of x is equals to sine x cos x, like this. Then, or let me say y, y equals to this. So the mun gani wannan mun san wani function ne yake multiplying wani function. So to find the derivative of this function din shine find dy dx, for example. To find the derivative of this, mun san wani function ne yake multiplying wani, sine x ne yake multiplying cos x. So wannan product rule kenan. Product rule kuma cewa dai dy dx is equals to, or let me say, if this function is f of x, one function is g of x, so dy dx zai kasance what? F of x times g prime of x. That means the derivative of g of x. Then plus g of x times f prime of x, derivative of one f of x. So from here, what is our f of x? Sine x. So sine x, because I'm taking f of x. Then times what? The derivative of g of x. What is the derivative of cos x? It's negative sine x. So we have negative sine x. Then plus g of x. G of x, cos x. Okay. Times f prime of x. That means the derivative of f of x. F of x is sine x. The derivative is cos x. So this is it. So this is simply sine square x, negative sine square x plus cos square x. So they get another way, cos square x negative sine square x. So idan wannan ɗaya yake da cos 2x, for example, because there is a rule where it says cos a plus b, there's something as cos a cos b minus sine a sine b. So now the x nan ɗaya yake da cos x plus x, right? A and b ɗinmu x ne, a and b both of them x ne, so in case of cos x cos square x minus sine x sine square x. So this is it. What about what is the if y equals to tan x, what is the derivative of this function? Well, tan x is the something as sine x all over cos x. So what is the derivative of this? Da mun gani cewa mun san wannan saboda wani function ne yake dividing wani function. So wannan ya nuna cewa this is quotient rule za mu yi amfani da shi saboda division ne, right? Quotient rule kuma mun sani idan wannan function na sama is f of x, wannan na ƙasa is g of x. So therefore quotient rule we have g of x times f prime of x negative f of x times g prime of x divided by g of x square. This is abin da quotient rule ya ce. So from here mun san me g of x, which is cos x, times f prime of x, that is cos x again, minus f of x, what is f of x? Sine x, times g prime of x, that is negative sine x, so another is positive sine x, divided by what? G of x square. G of x kuma is cos x, so one and a get cos x square, right? So sorry, here is dy dx. So one is cos square x plus sine square x, right? Cos square x plus sine square x, because cos x is that. Then we have cos square x. So mun san cewa akwai cos square x plus sine square x, akwai trigonometric formula ta ce cos square x plus sine square x, ko kuma sine square x plus cos square x is 1. So cos square x plus sin square x here is 1. So daga sama only muna da 1 over cos square x. So wannan ɗaya yake da 1 divided by cos x duka square. 1 over cos x mun san is something as sec x. So dy dx of this function is what? Is sec x, but there is a square at all. So cos sec square x. So derivative of tan x is now sec square x. So mutum ya rike. Then in caso, for example, let me say muna da one function now y equals to tan 3x squared plus 5. In this case, menene derivative. What is dy dx? Ana zamu ce dy dx is equals to the derivative of tan kawai. Me derivative of tan mun san cewa is sec square. Maimakon x zamu ce sec square 3x squared plus 5, because now it is not tan x, it is tan something, so it will be sec square that. Amma we have to multiply by the derivative of function in da ke nan ciki. Derivative din function din shine zamu ce times derivative of wannan function din shine 6x only, because derivative of 5 is 0. So this is something as 6x sec square 3x squared plus 5. And alternatively, that iya gano derivative of this function in kace u ta zama 3x squared plus 5. So therefore kaga y ya koma tan u kenan. Right? Because u is this. So from here that is saying cewa me du dx, then derivative of u with respect to x, which is 6x. What is derivative dy du? Ana is equals to sec square u, because mun san cewa derivative of tan is sec square that. So therefore generally dy dx now zai kasance du dx times dy du. That is 6x times sec square u. What is u then? Mun ce it is 3x squared plus 5. So this is it. Chain rule, quotient rule, doesn't mean a product rule. So next, let us do one more example. For example, when you have 1 plus cot x to the power of negative 8, what is the derivative of this function? Well, like it shall let u ya zama 1 plus cot x. So kaga y ta kama what? U to the power of negative 8 kenan. So from here dole ka san me du dx. Du dx is something as let me write it down here. Du dx is something, derivative of 1 is 0. Derivative of cot x is what? Negative cosec square x. And here dy du gareka. What is the derivative of u to the power of negative 8? You have to multiply by the power, which is negative 8. Then subtract 1 from the power. There can say negative 8, negative 1, which is negative 9. So from here, I'm saying dy dx then was a forming enter idan muka multiply waɗannan function wannan abubuwan guda biyu, du dx da wannan da dy du, saboda dy du za ta cancel wannan ta bar dy dx a sama kawai. So dy dx simply is du dx multiply by dy du, so that idan wannan ya cancel wannan saura dy dx. Good. So what is du dx then? It's negative cosec square x times dy dx dy du, which is negative 8. Negative 8 ga negative nan su zan iya goge kawai inside 8u to the power of negative 9. Amma mun san u is what? 1 plus cot x. So this dy dx now with the sentence cosec square x. Let me do it. But I'm far side 8 then. 8 bracket u. What is u? 1 plus cot x to the power of negative 9. Right? Because 8u to the power of negative 9. So 1 plus cot x to the power of negative 9, because u is 1 plus that. Then we have cosec x again. Cosec square x, sorry. So this is the derivative of one function now. So yeah. For example, one more example, you have y equals to exponential 3x squared plus 2. Then you have ln sine x probably. What is the derivative of this function? Well, to find the derivative of this Carson-Chow function, you can multiply on the function. So you have to use product rule. So product rule, that's a dy dx is equals to f of x. What is f of x? Exponential 3x squared plus 2 times the derivative of the other function times g prime of x. What is the derivative of this? Is 1 over. So 1 all over sine x, but we have to multiply by the derivative of sine x, which is cos x. So this is cos x and answer plus what? G of x. What is g of x? Ln sine x times the derivative of one function. So derivative of exponential is just exponential above, but we have to multiply by the derivative of function in the case which is 6x. So from here, let me simplify it. This is something as exponential 3x squared plus 2. Let me write one now. Cos x over sine x is something as cot x, right? So this is cot x exponential 3x squared plus 2 plus 6x exponential 3x squared plus 2 ln sine x. So yes, this is wannan gaba daya, wannan ya kunshi channel, ya kunshi product da su kuma wanda duka ya hada da su gaba daya. So this is all about differentiation. Mutum sai je ƙara solving more examples amma ga yadda ake solving the problems wanda by quotient rule da kuma product and channel. So next video inshallah let me implicit differentiation. Wanda for example Canada 3y square plus 5x equals to something 2x square. Actually find dy dx in this case. So we will know how to do it. And yes, that's it. Like the video, share it with your friends, and subscribe to the channel, of course. Thank you.